What is an addiction? Addiction is anything that alters or takes control over your day-to-day life as it should be. What can be an addiction? Anything can be an addiction. Technology, money, drugs, nicotine, caffeine. Addiction isn't a character flaw. It's not saying that somebody's weak or is even a bad person or has bad issues. An addiction is just like anything else. We're so quick to judge other people's addictions because we look around, we think we don't have one. Is there anything you do daily that controls your life, possesses it? I know a lot of people that are addicted to social media and technology. You have to have the newest phone like every time it's released. That's an addiction too. But we can't really judge someone else's addiction just because it's different than our own. Somebody who's addicted to drugs or something doesn't necessarily have to be any worse of a human being than anybody else. There's people that use drugs that use them recreationally, but they're still addicted. That don't go out and rob people, steal, prostitute, deal. They just want to escape something. The main reason I used crystal meth and heroin was to numb my mental state and my emotions because I couldn't deal with them. I thought that it helped me. Well, only when I realized that as soon as I came down, my problems were still there. It just helped me escape them for a little while. You shouldn't judge unless you've been there. It's hard to sit there and watch a family or friend go through an addiction with drugs. I'm not even gonna lie. Because of the simple fact that you can see it. When I'm walking around tweaking and stuff, like when I was on meth and stuff, I could see the pain in people's eyes as they watched. Because a lot of the people I know and I've been around for the last 8 years did drugs themselves. A lot of them went to the penitentiary or on the run for life. And some of them are dead because they tried to belong in and fit into a world that nobody belongs in. It's not easy. Life ain't easy. But add drugs to the combination, you've got a whole new battle. You can't get enough of it because you'll always want more. That's all you think about. You're sitting there giving away a piece of your soul to some random person for a hit of drugs that only lasts 15 minutes at most if you're on cocaine, or doing a bump of meth which only lasts 4 to 5 hours if it's good stuff, heroin, whatever it is. And a lot of these drugs are extremely deadly, especially when you shoot them, also known as injecting. But before you judge someone else's addiction, look at your own life. Where's your life unmanageable at? That's your addiction. And until you've been in somebody's shoes, you don't know what they're going through, what they've seen, what they've done that might haunt them day in, day out. You don't know anything about their past. And I guarantee you, for most of the people who are judging those that are on drugs, you probably have never been there, meaning you'll never understand. And if you can't understand, just don't even comment, because it's a dark, sinister world that we all live in. People get shot and killed every day. And anymore, we've become so numb and tolerant to it because we see it every day, everywhere. The homeless pop up dead all the time, or disappear off the streets, never to be seen of or heard from again. It happens all the time. You don't hear about it on the news or in the newspaper because we're transient. A lot of us move around city to city, state to state, and we have no homes, no addresses. A lot of us don't carry IDs. We live in one of the most high-risk populations there are, so nobody bats an eye. If one of us dies, it just happens. Big deal. That's what the rest of the world thinks. And because of that, it hardly ever gets publicized. It's hard to sit there and watch your friends go through the shit and not be able to understand what they're going through. One of my goals of this motivational speaking, life speaking, and writing videos that I'm producing and posting is to help explain the way I feel about a lot of things, because I guarantee you there's other people that feel the same exact way. They're just too scared to publicize it on their own. Well, I'm taking a step to help them identify with someone else, because you'll be surprised what can change somebody's attitudes or emotions when they realize that somebody else understands and knows exactly what the fuck they're going through and can really understand them. People might think I'm stupid, young, and dumb, and whatever. And you know what? They can. Because there's going to be a lot more people out here that are going to understand where I'm coming from. And I'm hoping I inspire those that are struggling to continue their efforts and not give up. Who knows? I might save somebody's life. Or hopefully, if the people listening to this share it and show it to their friends and stuff, maybe, just maybe, I can prevent some people from going out and using drugs, from making the same mistakes I did without them having to go through it. So I'm giving you a walk in my life. If you sit there and say I'm a junkie or whatever, that's fine. Because guess what? Walk a mile in my shoes the way I am today, and you wouldn't make it. Life ain't easy. And some people will never have it easy. There's a lot of people who will never make it back from addiction. Every drug has a last high for its user, but not every user has another high on that drug. Anything can kill you. It don't just have to be drugs, though. It can be a person. It can be just a poor choice, the wrong time to step off a curb, anything. So just keep in mind that I'm doing this to hopefully prevent some people from going down the same roads I have, and to inspire them to keep at it. The ones that are addicts, that are trying to get clean, trying to do right, trying to change their ways, just getting out of prison, try not to go back to the streets, try not to go back to dealing or prostituting or whatever they did before. I'm hoping it inspires them to keep doing it despite the downfalls and the problems that they're going to experience. So just enjoy yourself and take this ride with me, and just thank God it's not you that's having to go through it.